it's Carly and I'm back again with another edition of What I Found at Fanboys. Before I get started showing you what I found at Fanboys, I'm excited to announce that this weekend, Saturday, March 26th, we will be hosting another Fanboys Comic Con at the location in Denton at the Golden Triangle Mall. Our guests will include Dallas Cowboy Bob Lilly, Dallas Cowboy Tony Tolbert, and actor Paul Taylor, who is famous for playing Pinhead in the Hellraiser Judgment film. The event starts at noon and goes until 6 p.m., so make sure that you come by our location at the Golden Triangle Mall in Denton to meet our very special celebrity guests, shop all of our new exciting merchandise, and hang out with some of your favorite local friends. We look forward to seeing you there, and please stay tuned to our Instagram and here. Every Friday is when our videos will be posted now. We will have all of the announcements that you need to know to stay up to date on Fanboys news and events. With all of that said, let's take a look at what I found at Fanboys in our final edition of International Women's Month content. So this was a really exciting item for me. I have a lot to say about this particular piece, and it was a really special addition to my collection. But what I found at Fanboys this week is this NECA Golden Girls Sophia action figure. So this is such a funny toy. You can see that it is really beautiful. It really looks just like her. This is, as I said, a NECA figure. The clothes are so nice. They actually hem the clothes, which is something that doesn't usually happen with action figures. But NECA is a really interesting company. I've talked about them before, and they are a higher price point toy retailer, and what they do is they snap up short-term licenses for really big name or obscure television shows and movies and other pop culture items that might not get a toy otherwise. Sometimes more popular licenses, they'll get Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Back to the Future, but a lot of times it'll be like short-term licenses, so they'll make these toys, release them, and then those things will be gone unless they do a re-release or a second edition of something. But what's interesting, where NECA has come under fire in the past, is that while the sculpts look really good, these appear to be action figures, their articulation is really sort of stiff, and these toys kind of break a lot. They're really more meant for photography and display because, as you can see, Sophia looks absolutely beautiful, but she doesn't have a lot of good articulation. Doing things like trying to turn her head makes it feel like she's gonna break. You can see that it snaps back. And you know, the articulation is just stiff and a little hinky. It's kind of difficult to get her to stand up. But the value of these figures is that in what other world would you possibly be able to have any expectation of finding a Golden Girls action figure? Golden Girls was such an iconic series in my childhood. I absolutely loved it, and I have one more of these figures, which is why I was excited to get Sophia. So I have the iconic and beautiful Betty White, who we lost this year. So sad. I mean, obviously she was 99 years old, so she lived a rich and beautiful life, but we were all checking on her every day and no one wanted to lose her. So this is something that I've had in my collection for a couple of years now. It is absolutely beautiful. I'm so happy with this figure. I've used it for photography in the past. I'll share some of those pictures here. And especially having lost her this year, this is a really meaningful figure to me. So I wanted to go ahead and try to complete the set. Obviously, all 4 Golden Girls are a part of it. The issue with NECA, again, as I said, they're a little bit higher end and their licenses are short and niche. So it's figures that you might not ever hope to get, and they don't last very long, but that also makes NECA figures pretty expensive. So when I bought Betty in the store, I believe she was $39.99. So that is actually a lot for a figure that does not articulate well. You know, there are great things about it. Obviously, the sculpt is absolutely perfect. It looks just like her. The dress is really cool. You have to kind of work with it a little bit, but you can get some really beautiful pictures with these figures, and it couldn't be anybody else. So there are pros and cons, but that is a lot to spend on an individual figure and would make the entire set $160, which is what you would normally pay for a set of 7 action figures with like a Build-A-Fig with it. So you'd actually be getting 8 or possibly sometimes even 9 figures for that price. That's a lot of money. So finding something like this at Fanboys, while I didn't get all the accessories, she's missing her handbag and her little pie that she's supposed to come with, is a really great deal. It was very affordable, and it's a great way to extend this collection, which is why I love Fanboys so much, because when I'm missing a little something like this, ultimately, I will probably go ahead and get all of these figures, but now that I found one at Fanboys, I know that I can keep looking and I might be able to find the other 2 figures as well. So it's always worthwhile, if you're trying to save a little money, if you don't need all the accessories, to check just the loose bins at Fanboys. I found so many amazing toys there, and this one was really special because hopefully, as I keep checking, I'll be able to complete my Golden Girls set. Some of the most iconic female characters in television, and all of them actually really amazing women in their own rights. Betty White was an animal activist her whole life, in addition to being just one of the most stellar comedians ever. She lived a life of service, she loved her husband, she loved her family and friends, and she never quit acting, performing, and entertaining people. And Estelle Getty, who passed away several years back, also was a brilliant comedian. She was in the film Stop or My Mom Will Shoot with Sylvester Stallone. Absolutely hilarious. And fun fact, was actually the youngest of all of the actresses on the Golden Girls. So there's a little Golden Girls trivia for you. I'm so excited to have these 2 Golden Girls figures, thanks to Fanboys Marketplace, and I will keep looking and keep you posted as I find more. I hope you all are having a wonderful week. We really look forward to seeing you at our event in Denton, Texas. Again, here is the flyer and the information. We hope that you can join us. We're really excited to have these wonderful guests, and the store is absolutely gorgeous, you guys. It is a totally new concept, brand new, beautiful setup, and you will not believe what you'll find there. Thank you so much for watching these videos. It's such a joy to make them. I can't wait to see you guys at Fanboys, and I will be back next Friday with another one. Bye, friends.